In this video, I'm going to be going over the top 5 cards for under 100,000 MT right now in my team. These are going to be some amazing value cards in the game and some of the best cards at their positions and cards that I would definitely recommend adding to your guys' squad if you guys are looking for some of these cards at these certain positions. But to start off here, not really ranked in order, but the first card I want to talk about is actually going to be a new card from the Encore set for under 100,000 MT. Is going to be Dark Matter Mark Eden, and he's actually under 50k. He is super cheap for how good of a center Mark Eden is. I mean, this guy is 7'4" at the center position, also with a 7'7" wingspan, one of the best player models in the game, and that's definitely one of the best things about Mark Eden is his player model and his size at the center position. And then he actually has a pretty decent jump shot, a lot better than I was expecting for a Mark Eden card. It's pretty easy to time, fairly quick for a center card, and then his defense, like I said, is going to be top tier. 99 block, 87 steal, 94 perimeter, and a 98 interior defense. And the one thing about Mark Eden that's kind of slept on is his rebounding ability. This man might be the best offensive rebounder in the game. He just snags and cleans up the glass on the offensive end, giving your team a lot of second chance opportunities, which is really clutch sometimes in game. You don't really realize it, but he do be grabbing a lot of offensive rebounds and just is a super big body down low. And then he's also fairly quick. I mean, for a tall center card, 85 speed, 85 acceleration, 83 speed with ball, and an 85 vertical. And then also does have a really good strength at a 98. And then you take a look at his badges. He's got 35 on Hoff. Yes, he's missing a lot on gold, and he is missing a ton of badges in total, but that's because he's a giant card and they have to make some sort of way to nerf these cards. But I still think Mark Eden for sure going to be a top 5 card for under 100,000 MT. Now going over to the next card here is going to be from the Gloria set, and that's going to be Dark Matter AK-47, another card that just has extremely good value. And he's about, 50 60k, somewhere in that price range. Looks like right now he's about 60,000 MT, but that is great value, man. For AK, you get a card that can play small forward and shooting guard at such a high level. He's 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan, so that's why he's got the ability, because of his defense, to play small forward as well. But I feel like he's a lot better of a shooting guard because he can really take advantage of his size and his defense at the shooting guard position. But he also does have a 95 3 ball, 96 mid-range, a pretty solid offensive card. But then, like I said, defensively is probably where AK shines the most. 98 block, 98 steal, 98 perimeter, and a 98 interior defense. And then he's pretty quick and athletic and has some amazing, pretty much maxed out defensive tendencies, all gonna be at a 99. And then you take a look at his badges. He does have 35 on Hall of Fame and 23 on gold. Pretty much, I think, every single Hall of Fame defensive badge. I think he might be missing 1 or 2, but really good badges there for AK-47 and such a good two-way shooting guard in the game. Is he missing a couple defensive badges? I thought he was, right? I think he's missing... No, I think he's got everyone in the game. Yeah, he's got every single defensive Hoff, which is going to be amazing to have on your shooting guard, and definitely I would say a top 5 card for under 100,000 MT. Now going to another elite level center is going to be this Dark Matter Ralph Sampson, who I think is slightly worse than a Mark Eden at the center position, but are both going to be amazing options. And looks like Ralph Sampson has actually gone down a decent amount in price. He was like right at 100,000 MT before Mark Eden dropped this past Friday. Looks like he's now down to about 70,000 MT, which is great to see, because if you want 2 really good giant center cards and you don't want to spend that much MT for a Yao Ming, if you don't have Manute Bol, you didn't get lucky enough to get Rick Smith. I mean, Ralph Sampson and Mark Eden are 2 of the best center options in the game right now. And I would say they're fairly affordable and fairly cheap for how good they are. Ralph Sampson, 7'4" at the center spot, 7'8" wingspan, doesn't have as good of a jump shot as Mark Eden, but I still feel like has a capable enough release where he can green somewhat consistently. And yeah, just like Mark Eden, one of the best paint defenders in the game, 97 block, 84 steal, 87 perimeter, 96 interior defense, and then also fairly fast, 85 speed, 85 acceleration, and an 81 speed with ball. I know some people have commented on my video saying that he only has an 85 strength, and that's a flaw with this card, and like you shouldn't buy him because he has 85 strength. I mean, this man does not feel like he has 85 strength in game. I don't know. If you guys have used Ralph Sampson and ever noticed that he's been low on strength, please let me know, because I've used this card for a ton now since he dropped, and I've never once noticed, like he got pushed out of the way there. If he had higher strength, he would have been a better card, or he would have got that paint stop. Never really noticed that personally, but let me know if you guys have, because I have seen a couple comments, saying that about Ralph Sampson, that he does have low strength. But yeah, his defense, on the interior, his presence is amazing. Down low, he blocks a lot of shots, contested a lot of shots, and I think he can be a pretty good masher as well if you do match up against a smaller center, and has some pretty good Hoff and gold badges, for a giant center card. So I do think Ralph Sampson for sure going to be a top 5 card for under 100,000 MT. And then for the last 2 cards, they're both going to be in this out of position 2 set. And for number 4 is going to be Dark Matter Ronaldtt, because I think he's a really good defensive point guard. He's still fairly expensive, I guess you could say, around like 60 to 65,000 MT. But I think that's not bad for Ronaldtt. 6'7" at point guard, 6'10" wingspan. He's got a pretty good jump shot with the Marco Fultz base and the Rudy Gay upper, also with the 95 3 ball and the 95 mid-range. But the main thing I would say about Ronaldtt is for sure going to be his defense. He's got a 98 block, 99 steal, 99 perimeter with a 98 interior defense. And then he's also pretty quick, pretty athletic. He's got a 95 strength, 99 lateral quickness, so he's going to be great on defense. You also take a look at his defensive tendencies, and that's one of the better things about the card as well. 85 block shot, 85 contest shot, 98 on ball steal, and a 98 pass interception. And then you take a look at his badges. He does have 30 on Hoff and 29 on gold, so he's only missing a total of, I believe, 5 badges in the game, which is kind of crazy. Like, that's really nice to see for this Ronaldtt card. And he's missing 1 2 3 4 5 badges in the game, so a really complete point guard, great jump shot. I believe he's got the Donovan Mitchell size up and the Trae Young escape, but I could be wrong on his sigs, but I know he's got pretty good sigs where he can move really nicely. And yeah, just all around, I think Ronaldtt is for sure going to be in this top 5 for under 100,000 MT. And then for that 5th and final spot, I wanted to put Kevin Garnett, and I think I will put Kevin Garnett, just because you can find him for around 100,000 MT. Sometimes he might not be a buy now, sometimes he will be a buy now. It really does depend when you're checking the auction house. This card has been fluctuating a ton over the past couple of days. I've for sure seen him sometimes as low as like 85k, but right now, as you guys can see, still going for a bid of like 110,000. But I think we should include him in this top 5 just because he's really close to being 100k. I know a lot of people did buy him for under 100,000 MT on Friday when he was at his lowest, but he's going to be a 6'11" small forward. He's an excellent defender, 98 block, 95 steal, 95 perimeter, 98 interior defense. He's super quick and athletic for a small forward card. And yeah, it just gives you great defense and presence and great size and player model at the small forward position. And he's going to round out my top 5 cards for under 100,000 MT. But just to do a quick overview, once again, not ranked in order, but I do have Mark Eden number 1, I do have Ralph Sampson number 2, AK-47 number 3, and then like I said, from the out of position 2 set, Kevin Garnett and also Dark Matter Ronaldtt. But let me know in the comment section down below if there's any other cards you guys have put in this top 5 for under 100k that you guys think could be considered in this top 5 over somebody in here. Let me know that type of stuff down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.